Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Supergirl. Today we're going to be talking about a new clip from the Legion of Superheroes film that is going to be coming out next month. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so as you guys know, and as we've talked about on the channel, I've made multiple videos on this Legion of Superheroes film, which is going to be released by Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, so that's just released digitally and on Blu-ray, basically meaning it's not being released in the cinema or on your TV. And so this Legion of Superheroes film is set to come out on the 6th of February 2023. Currently right now when I'm recording this video, this is the 10th of January. So we're under a month away from the release date where we will finally be getting a look at this Legion of Superheroes film. I'm going to do my best to try and get access to it as early as possible. I can't promise that I'm going to have a review straight away, but at least I'm going to have a breakdown of the film and maybe some separate videos if you guys are interested in the day or so after it's released in February, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, we're going to be talking about this exclusive clip that has been released to cinemablend.com. The link in the description below will lead you to the video clip, which you can watch after this video ends. I'm just going to be breaking it down, talking about it, so it's up to you if you go away, pause it now, and then continue watching the video as we talk about what actually goes down and what it could mean. So, as was teased in the synopsis for this Legion of Superheroes film, it's obviously going to be heavily focusing on Supergirl as the main character. She is going to be joining the Legion of Superheroes in the future in order to learn a lot more about herself. But I think the clip that we're actually going to be analyzing is pretty early on in the film. They don't really tend to release clips that are from later on in the film. Plus, we already know quite a lot about it. So we know that Superman suggests to Supergirl that she should go to the future after a conversation with Batman. And Batman is basically worried about the fact that Supergirl is a bit reckless and basically needs more training is what he suggests to Superman, and that kind of leads into the idea of introducing Supergirl to the Legion in the future. And so they somehow make their way there, and Supergirl integrates with the Legion, and obviously she learns a lot throughout this entire film. But let's go on and talk about this clip. So the clip features Solomon Grundy going around Metropolis. So yes, he is out there on the lookout for Superman. He is trying to pick a fight with him. Solomon Grundy in this iteration is holding a weapon. Don't know what type of weapon it is, but basically it's like a laser ray, and it's able to sear things in half. Like a car is blown up, buildings are turned to rubble, as he's screaming into the air asking for Superman. But the superhero that's revealed is actually not Superman, but in fact Superman's cousin, Supergirl. And so Supergirl is here to stop Solomon Grundy. So she's up in the air and she talks to Solomon Grundy, revealing who she is and the fact that she's Supergirl. She says, "Remember this name," but then she's interrupted by a flying car heading her way. So first things first, I have to say, I was shocked by this voice. I don't know if it was just me, but as soon as I saw Supergirl and when I've seen the pictures, I obviously am imagining Melissa's voice, because that's what I've been used to for like 6+ years. Whenever we see Supergirl, it's pretty much Melissa's voice. Even in the animated Arrowverse shorts that they did, that was Melissa's voice, so we've kind of got used to it. And so don't take this as like me shitting on Meg Donnelly, it's not that, but it was a real surprise when she spoke because it just didn't sound like Supergirl, and we'll have to wait and see if she turns out to actually be a good Supergirl. But obviously in this clip she only has a few lines and it doesn't sound like the Supergirl that we've been used to for a while now. But then also clearly in terms of Supergirl's abilities and how advanced she is, she definitely hasn't been a superhero for such a long time. Obviously she's been a superhero for a long enough time to have her Supergirl suit already made out, and also having chosen her name. So this isn't Supergirl year one, it's not like her just starting. She's been going at it for a while, and it seems she just isn't up to the level that our version of Supergirl from the Arrowverse is at when Supergirl season 6 ended, for instance. So that is pretty much the reason why she's going to be heading to the future, because she needs to learn, and Superman thinks that sending her towards learning with the Legion of Superheroes is a great idea for her. And so throughout this clip, Supergirl is trying to get away from the laser beam of Solomon Grundy's gun. Supergirl gets hit a couple of times as she flies into a building. There's like rubble everywhere. She's knocked down. Obviously it hurts her quite a bit, even though it's not like a specifically kryptonite gun. It's just something that is able to actually injure her, but more so like just knock her back really, until she's able to throw like a water hydrant at Solomon Grundy and knock him out into the building. And so I'm pretty sure, and this is just me theorizing, she's going to be able to stop Solomon Grundy, maybe with the help of Superman, who comes in because this is Metropolis, but he's not going to be like the big threat of the whole film. This is literally just at the start of the film, so he's just a warm-up for Supergirl. So they're going to be facing a much bigger enemy, which is going to be revealed later in the film when they head to the future. And so I have no idea if Supergirl in this film is actually based in National City like she is in the TV show, but that would make sense as to why Solomon Grundy doesn't know of Supergirl, because it's pretty clear that he's never seen her before. He's only aware of Superman, and obviously he thinks Superman is his like greatest foe, and so that's why he's calling upon him in this clip. But let's talk a little bit about Supergirl's suit, because Supergirl's suit in this is very traditional in terms of her comic book accuracy. She's got the classic blonde hair, blue eyes, the House of L logo with the yellow and red emblem, and then obviously the red cape, which is just very traditional, very much so looks like Melissa's version of Supergirl from the earlier seasons. And the only real difference is she's wearing a skirt, and now this skirt is something, like I said, that Melissa's Supergirl had in the early seasons, but she later changed to having pants, and so that is like one major difference. But pretty much like the red skirt and the golden belt along with the red and golden boots are very traditional, and I would say looks really good. So I think the actual design is pretty much perfect. Like, you can't ask for a better version of Supergirl than this in animation. And yeah, overall looks like a very exciting film. Like, I'm really excited to see a Legion of Superheroes film, because I feel like they definitely deserve more attention, and with them actually having this film being released in February, hopefully it gets enough attention that maybe there is some interest in terms of making a live action show or a film, which would be definitely my hope. As I've been saying for a long time, I really want to see a Legion of Superheroes show in the Arrowverse. But also, right now there is still that HBO Max version of the Legion of Superheroes that is being developed by one of the writers from the comics, and as far as I know, that hasn't been cancelled or anything. So if this is a big success, they can literally just like spin it off. Yes, it won't be exactly the same, the animation style will be different, and probably the voice cast is going to be different, but this is just like a testing ground for the popularity of the Legion, and specifically Supergirl. And as I mentioned before, I'm very surprised that they haven't called this a Supergirl film, or like Supergirl Legion of Superheroes, because even in the logo they feature the House of L symbol, and obviously there is no one really in the Legion of Superheroes proper lineup barring Supergirl that is a part of the House of L, so it's clear that they're leaning very, very heavy on Supergirl. So she's going to be the main character, and Meg Donnelly is going to be playing her. I know a lot of you guys probably do know her. She's been on the Winchesters and lots of other things, so lots of people I know are very excited. I don't know much about her, but it seems that her version of Supergirl is pretty much in the early days of her crime fighting, and so that's why she's struggling to take down Solomon Grundy in this clip. And throughout this film she's going to get better as she gets more training and I guess life experience, because as you know, with all superheroes, they've got to be out there for a while in order to be good. Everyone makes mistakes, and I presume after Solomon Grundy is knocked back in this clip, he probably does get up, and Supergirl may need the help of Superman, who could potentially arrive at one point to help her out defeating Solomon Grundy. So what do you guys think of this clip? Do you like it? And are you excited for the Legion of Superheroes film? Please tell me down in the comments below what you're most excited for. Are you excited about Darren Criss returning as Superman? He's been in various Superman animated films recently. Also, Jensen Ackles is returning as Batman in this film. He was recently in the Long Halloween adaptations. And also Matt Bomer is going to be playing the Flash. So you are going to be seeing different DC and Justice League heroes throughout this film. but for the most part the focus is going to be on the Legion of Superheroes, which has a huge voice cast to pair with the enormous amount of Legion of Superheroes members that we're going to see on screen, which is very, very exciting. So there's characters like Mon-El, Phantom Girl, Dawnstar, and many versions of Brainiac. So that's all very exciting. So remember, for now, Legion of Superheroes releases on February 7th on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray and digital. However, it seems like in the UK it releases like one day earlier on the 6th of February, so there is a little bit of a conflict there. So you just have to look it up based on where you actually live, because you can pre-order right now in order to get the Blu-ray delivered to your door as soon as it airs, and we'll obviously talk about it. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. As I said before, leaving a like and leaving a comment really helps out the channel. Also subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new around here. Also, you can become a member by clicking the join button. We did a members live stream yesterday where we talk about all the latest news in regards to DCTV, DCEU and everything else. If you would like to join in with one of those members live streams and talk to me face to face online, click the join button down below and become a super friend today. So that pretty much does it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, but for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.